Facing LeBron and the Lakers for the third time this season tonight in LA, but this will be Zion's first time facing LeBron. 13th career game overall. Through the first 12, here's how Zion and LeBron stack up against each other. Zion owns the advantage in both points and rebounds per game while also shooting a better percentage from the field. However, it is important to remember Zion played one season at Duke. LeBron came straight from high school. Here's LeBron today when asked about Zion.
The kid is going to be special. We've all known that. Super explosive, super intelligent as well on the floor. You know, everyone kind of like just recognizes his leaping ability as far as when his dunks, but his second jump when he misses a shot, his ability to pass in transition, he has very infectious energy. The guy, you can tell guys like to play with him, and you can just tell he just want to play the game of basketball. So, you know, it's. I think for the fans and for everyone that's been looking forward to seeing him at this level, it's been a treat so far.
All right, yesterday's celebration of life for Kobe and Gianna Bryant was unforgettable. But one storyline that came from it, the absence of LeBron James. He was not seen in any of the footage at Staples Center, and his agent declined to say whether or not he was there, just that he was, quote, in his own space. 86-year-old legend Bill Russell, he was there. Oregon star Sabrina Ionescu, she was there. Countless celebrities. Literally, LeBron was the only big name that was noticeably absent from the memorial. Our Lakers reporter Dave McMenamin is getting set for Pelicans-Lakers. Joins us now courtside back at Staples. And Dave, I know you caught up with LeBron today at shoot-around. What did he have to say about yesterday?
Yes, Sage, I asked him directly whether he went to the memorial or not, and he said, I respect the question, but he wanted to focus elsewhere. And, you know, honestly, he gave kind of clues leading up to the memorial that he may not be there. On Sunday, he was asked about it, and he said, I don't want to keep going back on that. And he told me in the aftermath of the tragedy that the week after the helicopter went down, it was the toughest of his life. And so he'd rather focus on Vanessa Bryant, someone who impressed us all.
Did you attend the ceremony?
Like I said, man, it's just, I respect your question, for sure. But, very emotional day, very tough day for myself, my family, for everyone involved. One thing I can come out of saying how strong and how bold and how powerful Vanessa is. To stand up there the way she did, to give the speech the way she gave that speech, I commend her. My heart is with their family still, with his 3 daughters that's still here, with his wife, with his mom and dad, and his sister. It was just a very difficult day, obviously celebration, but just a difficult day for all of us. So I appreciate it. Just if we can move on to tonight, that'd be great.
So in moving on, the Lakers will play the Pelicans, and they're going to have Markieff Morris in uniform for the first time. He's going to wear number 88. Frank Vogel said he's going to try to get him some minutes tonight, but not too much. Now, Morris said he just wants to be the X factor for this team. He can play the stretch 5, he can play the 4, and that's going to be a benefit to Kyle Kuzma, because Kuzma gets pushed back to his natural position, the 3, which could be a big benefit throughout the entire roster, not just one guy being added in Morris, but Kuzma getting a bump, getting to play his natural position.
I gotta say, Dave, if nothing else, interesting that LeBron really chose not to answer that question. We move on, though. Dave McMenamin with the Lakers live, getting set for tonight's game against New Orleans. Dave, thank you. As for the standings, Pelicans currently sit just half a game behind the Trailblazers for 9th in the West, 3 games behind the Grizzlies for 8th, and that, of course, the final playoff spot heading into tonight's game at Staples Center. NBA analyst Tim Legler here now. Ahead of the first matchup, finally, we get LeBron and Zion. So, I mean, this is a big deal. And, of course, we like to hype it up for sure.
Yeah.
Zion has said, gosh, he tries not to be starstruck around these kind of guys, but it's difficult, right?
Sure.
What do you want to see from him at Staples?
We're going to make it about this matchup. It's really not about this for me. It's about Zion Williamson against the length of the front line of the Lakers, because the one team he has really struggled to finish against so far in 12 games, the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's that big front line with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Lopez brothers. He was 5 for 19 in that game, and I watched every play of that game.
Yeah.
He probably had 6 to 8 plays that he couldn't finish because he just got swallowed up with all of that size. And we think that Zion, it was unstoppable. He could finish over anybody because his efficiency rate is so high. not against that length. And now he's facing an even bigger front line, because when you put LeBron out there with AD and either Dwight Howard or McGee, he hasn't seen anything like this before. So I want to see how effective he can be. What did he learn from that matchup with Milwaukee that can carry over tonight, and hopefully he has more success finishing in the paint.
Okay. Again, at least 20 points in 8 straight games, but as Tim says, this is different. This is a different ball game tonight. We look forward to it. And you're on SportsCenter tonight, I assume, late. Wrapping it all up. Tim Legler. Our #1 overall picks, only 16 years apart, but they're facing off tonight at Staples Center. Here we go. Not the first time LeBron has done this. We're flashing back to 2004. His first matchup with another former #1 overall pick by the name of Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq outscored LeBron 37-32 as James missed this potential, not that, it's coming up, potential game winner at the end of regulation. Lakers went on to win it in overtime. That's a long time ago. Yes. Trust me there. 4 years later, November 5th, 2008, LeBron faced off against Derrick Rose for the first time. James scored 41, Rose scored 20, en route to a 14-point victory over the Chicago Bulls. So that was 2008. And then 2 years before they became teammates, LeBron and Kyrie Irving, they had their inaugural matchup. Kyrie scored 17, LeBron had 18. Of course, that was when he was part of the Big Three in Miami. Heat were too much, defeating the Cavs 92-85. Speaking of teammates of LeBron, he took on Anthony Davis for the first time March 29, 2013. LeBron was brilliant, as always, pouring in 36 on 7 of 10 from three-point distance. AD finished with just 11 points. So here we go again. Tonight, Pelicans reporter Andrew Lopez joins us now live from Staples Center. And Andrew, Zion, I mean, he said before how excited he was to eventually face LeBron. Now it's here. How is he approaching this big one tonight?
Well, it's a tale of two Zions right now. On Sunday, after they played the Warriors, he was asked about LeBron, and he gave his thoughts then. But when we asked him today, he was a little bit shy, or he wanted to focus on the team. Here's what he had to say both days about facing LeBron.
I used to watch him all the time, especially when he was in Cleveland the first time. He was just an incredible player to watch. He always held his own, and sometimes I feel like he doesn't get the respect he deserves. But it's not for me to decide.
What has LeBron meant to you in terms of watching him as you've been kind of growing up?
Man, honestly, can we ask those questions after the game? I think my main focus right now is just trying to help my team get a win. I'll tell you what Bron and all those other great players made me growing up after.
Now, while he's focused on the team, he is focused on another #1 pick, Anthony Davis. The only player so far to give him a lot of trouble, the only team so far, has been the Milwaukee Bucks, featuring Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has another tall challenge with AD tonight, and he said AD is one of the better players in the league, so we'll see how far Zion has to go into his bag tonight to keep the Pelicans afloat.
Yeah, he scored 20 or more points in 8 straight games, and he's only played 12. We'll see if he can keep it up tonight in LA. Andrew Lopez, thank you.
Hey there, welcome to the warm-up brought to you by Ford. I'm Stephanie Reddy. We've got Ryan Hollins in the building, 10-year NBA vet, and Brendan Haywood,
hey,
NBA champion.
Glad to be here.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, good.
I like how you coming in with it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're thrilled you're here with us. We've got a doubleheader on TNT tonight, but we've got 7 games across the association, and we also have some news to report for you all. Good news for the Golden State Warriors. Stephen Curry is set to return to action on Sunday. That game is against the Washington Wizards, so we're expecting big numbers out of Steph Curry. His wrist looking good. LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. He's been playing, MVP-like this season, leads the league in assists. His Lakers host the Pelicans tonight. First time he'll see Zion Williamson face-to-face. Speaking of Zion Williamson, the rookie has been extraordinary. Small sample size, but it looks really, really good. And in fact, earlier today, he stopped to talk to reporters.
Yeah. Honestly, can we ask those questions after the game? I think my main focus right now is just trying to help my team get a win. I'll tell you what Bron and all those other great players made me growing up after.
The players, a lot of you guys have talked a ton lately about the unselfishness of the team. How much fun has it been to just see everybody kind of embrace that and, be up there in 35, 40 assists every game lately?
It's great. It definitely shows that we're moving the ball. Everybody's unselfish, and I think it makes us a better team.
You and the starters, you guys are pitching on out tonight. You, PI, you guys played 10 games together. What have you just thought about the impressions playing alongside those?
My impressions are great. Drew can snap at any time. BI can snap at any time. Fave is just so consistent. You got to respect it. And then I think we started off a little shaky trying to figure out each other, but I think we're just picking it up, and especially on the defensive end, I think we really improved there.
What's the biggest thing you've learned about yourself this season? It could be either off the court or on the court.
I think definitely time management, learning how to take care of my body and, get the necessary rest.
Are there any guys that you reached out to for support or any advice?
No, I really haven't reached out, to be honest. It's just kind of those things where I talk to them after the game or something. They'll give me their 2 cents, and I take in all the information I can get. And the Pelican staff has really helped me a lot with that as well.
We're up against Anthony Davis tonight. Yeah, that's going to be some matchup pretty defensively. One guy who kind of giving you problems so far is the first that you can kind of maybe change something up and get to a longer guy like that.
Against a great player like that, you got to bring different things to the table because they pick up on things fast. And, I mean, he's a great player. I can't bring the same thing every time. Just got to have different attack modes, knowing how to attack them, when to attack them, and when not to. So I think it's just learning as the game goes on and just talking to my best.
Zion, since you first played your first game in the NBA, what's the experience been like on the court for you?
The experience has been great. I missed the first half of the season, but to finally get out there, just be with my teammates, it's been great.
Well, it has been great. Look at the Pelicans.